What does Zyn really give you? Not just smoke-free nicotine satisfaction, but also real freedom to do more of what you love, when and where you want to do it. Why bring Zyn along for the ride? Because America's #1 nicotine pouch opens up all the possibilities of right now. With Zyn, you don't just find freedom, you keep finding it. Find your Zyn. Learn more at Zyn.com. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
If anyone out there can hear my voice, can we make sure the wolves don't get to the chicken before the crew in here?
We're excited about it. What?
If the wolves out there could limit themselves to 1 piece of chicken per person before we get to it.
This weekend? No, I'm locked in for Sunday.
Yeah, they heard. They heard.
Please tell me this is all on air. You yelling at fellow employees, calling them wolves.
I mean, have you seen these people around the kitchen, the eating area? Gino, I'm talking to you.
Samson's cutting the.
Gino takes a to-go box, and that is very inconsiderate.
He does the to-go box.
He takes one every day
before we get to
That's
it.
the problem.
That's right.
I don't mind a to-go box, but you gotta wait until everybody eats before you go to go box.
The Batard show with Stugotz. We got on-air talents paying for everything. The show pays for everything. And Gino, you got a hand in it, bud. I'm not taking any credit away from you, but I'm just saying.
He's nowhere to be found. Is he?
Nowhere.
Okay.
He's already slinking away like an evildoer with this to-go box. There were 3 pieces of sushi, and 7 of us.
The sushi day was the worst.
That was really insulting.
I had wasabi for lunch.
I had ginger. I found
That's
the company.
screwed up, man.
I had the sushi with asparagus on it.
Oh, you're pathetic.
That one sucked.
That's sad.
It's such a bad piece of sushi.
That piece.
It's not even sushi.
It was there for like an hour.
Sorry, I was here.
Rice
paying
and
the bills,
asparagus.
talking.
That's rude.
Sushi gate.
I've seen Roy leave with his pockets filled with things.
He could do it, though.
From the cabinets.
Well, that's another.
This is what I know about Roy.
Altogether.
But this is what I know about Roy. When we're doing the show, he's in here.
He's
with
in
us.
here. He's
Locked in.
I guarantee you, he'd rather be eating.
Except on Fridays when we do the club.
Yeah, then he's hockey show. Prep.
Mysteriously gets up and leaves.
We'll get to JuJu in a moment. Can you just play the montage that Tyler put together? This was what I did.
Tyler.
This is what I did, Taylor. Fine. This is what I did.
No, it's actually it's Tyrese now. We had to change his name.
In the local hour, I may have overused a single word. He's just not the guy that you're fearing for 6'3". These crowd shots of just sweeping fear, just waves of fear through the building. The fear in that building is something that I could feel. The fear in that building is something that I could feel on my television. The fear of that building, because you're surrounded by people who are fearing you.
Fear.
I fear you might have used that word too many times.
It's all right, Dan. You tried your best.
You know what the Midwest is? Young and vestless.
You missed that earlier?
I did.
All right, you need to leave again.
We've got a penalty, 5 minutes. Major asshole.
Before we get to Thursday Thunder, I've been a little sloppy today. Top 5 scorers better than Reggie Miller. Number 5.
Well, hold on. We have to play the game differently, Dan, because the game is Hall of Fame, not a Hall of Famer. Okay?
What?
Hall of Famer, not a Hall of Famer. Because I said Reggie Miller was not a Hall of Famer the other day, and everyone got mad at me. Reggie averaged 18.2 points per game for his career. I have 5 guys, okay, who have averaged more for their career than Reggie Miller. And so I will start with Jaren Jackson Jr. and ask Amin Al-Hassan, Hall of Famer? Not a Hall of Famer.
So far, not a Hall of Famer. So far, he's got a chance to get to ascend to that level, but right now, not a Hall of Famer.
Number 4, Brandon Ingram.
Not a Hall of Famer.
Not a Hall of Famer.
One-time All-Star.
Number 3, Julius Randle. Mike Ryan, I'll ask you, Hall of Famer? Not a Hall of Famer.
Frickin' not.
Number 2, Colin Sexton.
Not a Hall of Famer.
And number 1, Lauri Markkanen. Not a Hall of
Not a Hall of Famer.
Not a single Hall of Famer in the bunch.
That's what I'm saying.
Julius Randle has a shot.
I mean, Reggie Miller should not be in the Hall of Fame.
Has a shot?
Julius Randle has a
If he
shot.
keeps playing this way,
He keeps playing this way.
Has a shot.
He's got a shot.
outside shot. OLI.
I mean, Reggie's in.
JuJu, do you
18.2.
agree with this? The JuJu postgame show, by the way, alley-oop, when JuJu gathers after games to get on YouTube with an assortment of people who are not us.
Well, one of them was me.
Okay.
So
And one of them was me.
Okay. Well, this last
Thanks for
time-
watching, Dan.
Okay. Yeah.
Yesterday was me also.
I missed yesterday's episode. My apologies.
Great episode yesterday.
But when they say Julius Randle Hall of Famer, you're saying what to yourself?
So he's got a shot. JuJu, he's got a
Great
shot.
promo for my post game. Julius Randle, he got a shot to be in the Hall of Fame. You know what? I will say he's going to make the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna speak breath into that brother's life.
Mike, you called him trash.
He is trash. I maintain this.
Mike.
He's blind squirrel right now. He's a little hot. You told me you read a bunch of stats that said he's not going to be as lucky.
Yeah,
in
but
the
then he
series.
was still good in game one.
Yeah, that was game one.
20 points in the first half, 8 in the second.
He's got a little, guys. He's a punchline. Stop it.
18 seasons, 5 All-Star games for Reggie Miller. He is so overrated. Oh my God, he had a moment. He had a moment that's no longer a moment because Halliburton's had 20 of those moments.
20 of them,
It
Stugotz?
felt like that last night.
He had all of them last night.
Yes.
JuJu, did we overplay the Knicks stuff today? We were talking about one game for most of the show.
Nah, we did a great job. The chat loved it. When Gotham City burns, the whole world gathers around to warm their hands at the fire. So yeah, it was a great show. It was so many angles to talk about as well with that game last night. So definitely not enough.
Unlike Dan, I watched the alley-oop last night, and I thought JuJu had a great point of that the Knicks should have had to do suicide sprints on the court after the game. Like when the Sports Center's going on, afterwards you just see them running back and forth.
Yep. Excuse me, Malika. We got some wind sprints to run because that was embarrassing. Bring back old school coaches who make their players run on the court after the game with their uniforms on.
JuJu.
Can you tell me, what I would have to do in terms of making the Knicks play better in a couple of different situations to make last night about what the Pacers took instead of what the Knicks gave them? Like how many moves back do I have to push before we make it about, holy shit, Nesmith hit 6 threes? That never happens.
Yeah, it never happens, but like we talked about earlier in the show today, Dan, a lot of those were good looks because of the coverages. Either they were scrambling to close out too late, or OG Anunoby was going
Dropping
under on
back,
screens.
insane.
Dude, the Knicks bid on every pump fake, too.
Yeah.
Every single one. Most of those threes, it felt like in that fourth quarter, were just a hesitation, wait for a New York Knick to fly past you, and then you take a wonderful practice J.
And Dan, if you remember early in the season when the Knicks were playing really well, that was one of my criticisms at the time. I said, I don't know, because I don't think this defense is disciplined enough. And kudos to them. They got through 2 rounds of the playoffs. But when we think about the Celtics, and God knows we killed Joe Mazzulla for not adjusting, having said that, they missed all those 3-pointers. A lot of them were just open threes that they missed. It wasn't because the Knicks defense suffocated them. It was just because they didn't make shots. And so last night was kind of like that coming back to bite them in the ass. Say, hey, we let our opponents shoot threes. Well, last night their opponents made them.
The coming back to bite someone in the ass as a phrase. I'd like to know who was the inventor on that particular phrase. We'll get
Someone with a dog.
We'll get to polls in a second. JuJu, anything else from today that was worth chronicling or criticizing?
Nothing besides my brother, my lovely brother. I love this brother, but Jeremy, do not wear that vest again to this show. Like I understand, I'm gonna wear it every day.
Oh,
A great comedic bit, but. See, that's what I'm saying. See, you can't be rebellious in it. I love you, bro. I'll give you a little bit of advice.
I look good to a specific group of people, and that specific group of people are hipsters and lesbians.
You know what the Midwest is? Young and vestless.
And 1998. And
You finally did comedy.
You did comedy.
Good job, Jeremy.
You look like a Katie Lang album cover.
Exactly right.
All right, you look like a Latin, bro. Like you sound like Joe Mazzulla after the Celtics game. We just please throw the vest away, brother. Please.
Put it on the poll, please, at Batard Show. Can you be the face of rebellion while wearing a sweater vest during the summer? Because this is as close. It's as close as he comes to rock and roll right now. He is just painting well outside of the colors.
I guess it's also 98 degrees inside.
Yeah.
Can you give me, JuJu, any WNBA updates that we need? Because we didn't do much of anything there today.
Oh, yeah. Simultaneously, as a magical game was happening last night, the Lynx took out the Dallas Wings. Paige Becker, she getting her feet under her right now, and the team getting it together. Also, the Mercury took out the Sparks. Alyssa Thomas, 19 points. She had a bone poking out of her arm, and still, it sounds crazy, but Google it. She had some kind of contusion on her arm and stayed in the game and willed them to victory. Also, the Golden State Valkyrie got their first franchise win last night. Salute to Tiffany Hayes and all the girls over there doing a wonderful job. Great support they got over there in Golden State.
Coming back to bite you in the ass, it's very difficult to trace the origins of this. The internet is kind of stumped.
Impossible.
It gained popularity in the 1970s. Everyone points to post-World War II, but no one is really credited. No piece of art, music, or movie.
There is no one thing that came back to bite anyone on the ass.
No. I think maybe man, that vote came back to bite us in the ass if it came from post-World War II.
Is it bite on or in?
On.
In the ass.
Bite you in the ass.
That'll
Bite
cost
you
you
in the
extra.
ass.
Yeah.
Inside.
At Batard Show on the polls, if you'd like to get involved. What do we have today as an update, JuJu?
Before we get to the polls, I have a wonderful segment on Thursdays, Thursday Thunder. Are we doing that one today? Or we?
Well, we are doing it today, but that wasn't the order we were going to do it. But now that's the order we're going to do it.
And it's Thursday Thunder, and it's brought to you by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Man, oh man. Of course, last week we went 2 for 3 again. Aaron Gordon and that damned hamstring. But this week, we got some winners for you. I was tempted to go with my Indiana Fever versus Atlanta Dream game tonight. I think the Dream will get it done for the second time in a row against the Fever this week, but neither here nor there. I'm going to the Association. Anthony Edwards had a horrible game 1. He only shot 1 shot at the rim, as my brother Tony filled me in last night. It's just like, bro, we need to see you try harder. And I think tonight he will try harder, and he will get over 24.5 points tonight against the Thunder. The second leg, the little cousin heard all around the world right now. Nikhil Walker-Alexander.
Oh, are they cousins?
Because
I hadn't noticed the broadcast the other night. Did they mention
right.
cousins?
Big Cuz right now is getting all the spotlight. Big Cuz is the MVP. Big Cuz got everybody in the group chat, the family group chat, talking about how wonderful his speech was. I feel like Lil Cuz is sick of it tonight. He gonna at least get himself 6.5 points tonight to show Big Cuz who's really the man. Nikhil Walker-Alexander over 6.5 points. And the last leg, it's Thursday Thunder. So I'm keeping with that theme. I'm going with the Oklahoma City Thunder to get the job done yet again. Money line, Oklahoma City Thunder. I think the Timberwolves, they might have bit off a little more than they can chew this time, because the Denver Nuggets was the great, perfect get-ready series for this series right here. And I think the Oklahoma City Thunder will get the job done tonight and go up 2-0.
I think I just cornered JuJu. He's so tired of going 2 for 3 on these that he just took an easy one with Thunder on the money line. And he's just so tired. He wants to change up 2 out of 3 because that is not a brave pick from you, but Thunder on the money line tonight. What are they, an 8-point favorite?
Hey, do your own list.
It's
that a boy. You gotta have the sure thing in the parlay.
Right, Dan. Come on.
Tell me Chicago Dog in the Oscar Mayer 500s in this.
We're going to get to the polls here, I would hope. I'm sorry I forgot about Thursday Thunder.
It's all good. Yes, sir. Do you believe in the saying, betting dollars to donuts? 64% of the audience says no, they don't subscribe to that saying. Huh. Damn it.
It was pathetic, Mike. Pathetic.
There's a reason why I'm an ascending personality. Gems like that.
You're a condescending personality.
Hey, oh, you got my ass.
This guy's good.
Oh,
He's back, baby.
He's a writer.
Did a single Knicks fan sleep well last night? 94% of the audience said no, they did not.
Stugotz, very disappointing today. Wouldn't give us the tears.
Dan, there's so many people who went to sleep when they were up 17. Of course they slept well.
I don't know what to do with perspective, Stugotz.
What Knicks fan just goes to sleep in the middle of the game?
We are the Knicks. We take care of business.
Right, we need to send a wellness call to Sam Morrell just because, just check on the good brother.
Dan, did you even text him?
No, I couldn't do that. No,
Thank God.
I couldn't do that to him today.
Tell him I say he's unfunny.
Bigger choke, Knicks versus Reggie Miller or Knicks versus Halliburton? 60% of the audience says the bigger choke was Knicks versus Halliburton.
Wow. Sad day for Reg.
Yeah. So this is we are punctuating the biggest choke in sports history. That's not a prisoner of the moment thing. We are now ascending what happened last night. We are saying it's the biggest. It's not the Russians against the U.S. Olympic hockey team. It's this.
Right. And if you want an immediate reaction to that, me, Tony, and Trista Crick went live last night right after the game. We could not believe our eyes. We were watching it together, the last piece. Man, shouts out to Lewis for keeping us all together as well last night. Was that shooter's touch or shooter's bullshit? 61% of the audience says shooter's bullshit.
That wasn't shooter's touch.
Shooter's touch.
That was not shooter's touch. Shooter's touch hangs on the rim. Shooter's touch doesn't shoot straight up into the sky.
Over the shot clock.
Feet into the air, Dan. That's crazy.
It's not shooter. It's not shooter's touch.
You're not a shooter. That's why. Anything that goes in is shooter's touch.
If I told Halliburton right now, do that again, I will give you 10,000 shots. He will not be able to do that again one time.
I like that bet. Yeah, you're probably
not
right.
One time.
To be fair, you want the shot to be true, and you want to have enough backspin that if you do miss it, it goes up and it goes down. So he may not be able to hit exactly like that, but it's not luck.
What?
Oh, come
Shooter's
on.
touch.
Shooter's touch.
No, I mean, if I asked Halliburton right now to get in a gym and recreate the same height of that and have the ball fall straight through from that height, it will never happen again. He will shoot until he falls asleep on the court, tired from exhaustion.
It's not lucky. Shooter's touch.
Is the ghost of Jim Irsay still floating above?
Yeah, man. Do we have that picture? Can we roll that now?
Go Pacers was his last tweet.
Yes, sirs.
You're just saying Halliburton, do it again, right? And you're saying there's no way he'd be able to recreate that because he'd be thinking about it.
I'm saying we've spent the entire day talking about something that was pull it right out of your ass luck.
Yes, and he should be mocked. He didn't step back enough.
Just straight up luck. There was nothing skillful about what that ball did after it left his hand.
It was really a dumb play when you think about it. I mean,
I would not say that.
With his foot on that line, it's the dumbest shot he could have taken.
It's the worst shots. Yes,
That's true.
we're celebrating it.
Let me take a long two.
It is. It's the worst possible failure.
What would
LaMarcus
Aldridge do?
To be fair, Jeremy's vest thinks it's a good shot.
You know what the Midwest is? Young and vestless.
Is Indiana the epicenter of the sports world right now in a way that makes you uncomfortable? Rest in peace, Jim Irsay. 56% of the audience says yes, and those are your polls.
I mean, guys, the drama of this game was really so unbelievable. It was basically like West Side Story.
For the love of God.
You know what the Midwest is? Young and vestless.
Boo.